Okay guys, so you can see my go gauge is good. My prior video there, I had the no-go gauge and the bolt stop, so everything is chambered, it's good. I'm gonna take the barrel now and cut it and crown it. So something I want to show you guys here when I'm chambering. I'm not gonna get into how I got to all this because that was in another video. You guys all saw that before. But something I didn't cover in my other video is how I do my setup. So you guys saw in the little bit of the first video, or the earlier in the video, that I was just kind of taking material out. I was just moving material out. So on my go gauge, I have, or on my reamer, I should say, on my reamer, I have a mark on it. So I put the go gauge up to it, and I have a mark on it. And that's kind of where I stop. I go up to that point right there, and I stop, and that's when I start taking a measurement. All right. So once I get to that point, I take that measurement. Normally, that's around 150 thou right there is how much I have left to take out. So what I do at that point, and this is just me being particular, okay? You don't have to do it this way, it's just how I do it. I have 150 thou to go, I take out another 100. Okay, when I get another 100, that's when I really start doing all my checking. That's when I do my feeler gauges up here, that's when I do all my double checking and whatnot, and that's when I start using this setup right here. So this is just a spring clamp on my tailstock quill, and this is a dial indicator. And I start going by this right here, how this goes out. This accounts for backlash or anything that I might miss in here. However, when I get to these points, I start to take out, I've never missed my chambering. And I don't miss my chambering because I trust my dials, okay? So I always make sure that no matter what, even when I'm roughing, that this dial is I start at the 6 o'clock position. So when I back my tailstock out, and I turn the machine on, and I start bringing my reamer in, I know that when I get to right here at my 6 o'clock position, I start picking up. I start feeling the reamer cutting. And that helps me keep track, because I know one time around is 100, two times around is 200, okay? I always usually stop about 200. I usually take about 200 at pop, okay? That's because, there's no real another reason for that. As a student, I saw someone once was hogging out 400, and he got a chip in there and galled up his chamber and whatnot. So I just thought, you know what? At this point in time, I am not in a hurry, all right? I've got a lot of time invested in where I'm at right now, and I'm not in a hurry, all right? If I work for somebody else, maybe, but in my own shop, I'm not in a hurry. I'm taking my time at this point right here, because if you mess this up, if you go too deep, if you mess up your chamber, if you go too deep and say you're 25, 30 thousandths too deep, then you got to do a setback. Then I have to change my whole setup bend here, put my tool post back on, do all that stuff, clean up the shoulder set, and that takes time. I'm going to lose about an hour doing that. All right. Now, if I gall a chamber, then I'm not going to really see that until I go out and test fire. And if that's on there, then I've already set the receiver on, and I got to take it off, do it again. So just, at this point in time, I am not in a hurry. And I don't think you guys need to be in a hurry either. Take your time when you're doing this. Double, triple, quadruple check all your stuff just to make sure, okay? That's what all this is. That's what you see on my machine here. I have all sorts of fail safes, okay, on my zeros and stuff. I've got all these, and these are, these dial indicators are inexpensive, these magnetic ones, These spring clamp was like $2 or something like that. The Noga, flexible arm right here, it's kind of pricey, I'll be honest with you. But, it's worth it. It's a tool that you will buy and you'll use all the time. So anyway, this is my setup right here. I'm all chambered, I'm good to go. I'm gonna take the barrel out, cut it and crown it, and set the barrel probably on Monday. All right? All right, guys.